Oh, thank you.
Are recording.
Okay, so here we are, Team Infinity Zoom. It's 12/15/2016. Okay, everybody raise your hands if you have already sent all your Christmas cards out, because today was supposed to be the absolute deadline.
Oh, yeah.
Tracy, your hand's not up.
I can't send mine. Funny story. Can't send them.
I sent a bunch, but I'm going to send another 25 right now.
Right now?
Yeah, I have the computer over here.
Okay, multitasking. Okay, so good. It was fun, wasn't it?
One click. Gone.
Tracy, do you want to tell your story, or is it too sad?
Oh, no. My debit card that got compromised was how my custom branding auto renewal was on there, and I didn't realize it. And so my custom branding did an auto renewal. And so I went to send my cards today while Sue and I were in Lincoln, and I have no custom branding.
So did you call them?
No, we sat on hold for a while with customer service, but we decided that wasn't worth it. So I did the renewal, and it's still not showing up in my back office. So I don't know. I guess I'll call tomorrow.
Chat. I do the chat.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
They tend to answer faster, and then you can be doing other stuff.
Exactly.
Whatever. Well, I'm sorry that happened.
Well, if I wouldn't have waited until the last day, that might not have been an issue.
There is that.
Well, you've been too busy out there doing the business. So I want to just shout out here, just since last week, we have Steve Gullett sponsored Sandy Allnut, and Sue Greenwald sponsored Eric Schnockenberg, if I'm pronouncing the names right, I hope. Jean Berry sponsored, Etna, I can't read my own name, Elna, Elna, I think, Estinol. So awesome job, you guys. That's just since we met last week. And
Rob,
it didn't show up in the back office yet. So, maybe it was did you sponsor a distributor or have some bundles?
Marketing bundle with a distributor option. I did it over the phone app, and they got a step ahead of me. And instead of sending a card which coded them as a customer to me, they went ahead and did the upgrade immediately. So they showed up in the back office as new card sender.
Okay.
But we called and got it straightened out the next morning, and they should be in your back office.
Oh, I didn't see it. Who is that?
Jen and Brooke, or actually it's Jennifer Stark.
I don't think that showed up yet in my back office.
Now that you say that, let me double check and make sure they're still in mine.
Was that, maybe, was that since the 8th of December?
It was actually,
because maybe it was the 8th and I didn't mention it.
It was the evening of the 8th.
Okay, that's why. I wasn't sure if we talked about that last week.
He stalked these poor people and stayed at their house until midnight.
Okay, I did see it in there. It says
to signing up as distributors to get him to go home.
I presented them into submission. They finally just said, if I sign up, will you leave? And I'm like, it's the deal.
Yeah, that works. I've done that before.
I need to try that because lots of people want me to leave.
Just bring your sleeping bag. I'll be staying.
Yeah. Awesome.
Okay, well, congratulations. I didn't remember if we mentioned that one last week. I did see it in there, but I saw it was on the 8th. So yay, way to go.
Thank you.
How many of you completed last week's challenge, which was to get 5 people to put the app? Tracy, what are you looking at? 3. Okay, good. Steve got 3.
Can I just say this out loud and no one will hate me? I'm just not a huge fan of the app. I'm just not.
Okay.
The people that I show it to, I let them know the app's an option, and they're just really not interested. Sue showed it to somebody today who literally signed up from the app, so he was all about it.
The people that I showed it to last week, they loved it. I think what you're going to find out is because you don't love the app, when you're showing it to somebody, they're not going to love the app.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Like Steve,
I got 7 or 8 people on the app this week.
Steve loves the app, and he's burning these realtors up right now because of his enthusiasm over the app. When you can see the card in 60 seconds from a device you carry with you all the time anyway,
Yeah.
I
Yes.
I get a mix. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Trace.
I tell them the convenience of that. I tell them once the system is yours and you have things set up the way you want them, it's a quick click of the button on your app. And so I guess Sue's prospect that I showed today, he seemed like the kind of person that was all about his phone. So I could see Nelson using the app.
Yeah. And the millennials, the younger people especially, are going to love it. So, and some people will tell me right up front when I ask them, I don't really use apps. So then I'll just
I bet everybody on the call has one either in their hand right now or inches away.
Inches away. Yeah, right here.
Hey,
Buddy? Oh no! Check him out.
Couple.
I sell the app. I sell the app by saying you got the, my conversations have been mostly realtors lately. So I sell the app by saying, when they say, so how's this thing work? I said, well, let me show you. I snap the picture. I make the card right in front of them, and I send them the brownies. And I said, that's the app.
Yeah.
And like, I want the app. So I'm an app salesman. That is the approach I'm taking. Now, they get all the website stuff as a bonus. You know what I'm saying? Campaigns. And so I sell the app, and that's a big hit right now for me, the little niche I'm in. So
Yeah.
You're cooler than we are.
Way cool.
Well, it just depends on the situation. I agree. Like when I was out buying a baby gift for my grandbaby and I was in the store, I think I might have told you guys about this, and the sales lady and I were the only two in the store. And we started talking. She started talking about how she wasn't making enough money. And I said, I don't know if this would be for you or not, but I've got a business I do from home. I really love it. Have you ever thought about having a home business? And she wanted to know about it. And so I went around the counter and stood behind the cash register area with her, took a selfie, showed her the card, sent her a box of brownies. And she's like, are you kidding me? Did you really just send me some brownies? I'm like, yeah, that's my home business. And she's like, oh my God, that's so cool. So sometimes it's really handy because you got it right on the moment. Yeah. But other times I've used that approach and it's kind of been a dead end because they said, I don't like apps. I don't use apps.
Yeah.
Then I kind of have to backpedal a little and go, well, that's okay because we've got a great computer system too. But, so.
I just delete them out of my contact manager if they say that.
So I did the challenge. I didn't make 5, but I made 3. And one of them, she had problems getting in with the app. And so she instantly said, can I do it on my computer? And I said, yes. And she went in immediately, set up a gift account and sent a card and really, really enjoyed it, liked the process. So, if you got somebody that's the right person, they're going to work through it with you, But it was her phone. Maybe you guys know, she had an LG G2. I think that's what she said it was. I asked what it was. I wrote it down somewhere. Any problems with that?
I'm familiar with that kind of iPhone.
I'm not either.
Get out.
Yeah, me neither.
Hey, while we're on the subject of phones, I had a real problem. Probably lost 3 customers at a sales meeting because they couldn't get the Android to work.
Yeah, that's my biggest problem with the app is that every time I've tried to demo it, there's been some kind of technical glitch. And I've probably lost 3 or 4 customers over time because I try to demo it. So now I usually start with the computer, and if they pull their phone out and want to do the app, that's fine. But I haven't had a lot of luck with it.
Well, that's the first time I ever saw this. It said, send out cards, excuse or pardon it or something. Send out cards has stopped working.
Yeah.
And and these are sales guys. They want it like that. And so they are kind, and we went in and out, turned it off, brought it back in, and it still did the same thing. So one person went in on their Chromebook. We managed to salvage something, but anyway, I never saw that before. Send out cards has stopped working. That was weird.
Yeah, I guess that's a special message they usually reserve for me.
Yeah. You got that message today. This website is not available.
I got it twice today.
Now, I've gotten, like, in the app, it'll give me some message and like error. I forget what it is, but it's when my internet's not connected, and I'll get off their Wi-Fi and it jumps back on my LTE.
Data, yeah.
It takes right off. So sometimes people's Wi-Fi, I tend to not use their Wi-Fi unless I have to.
Yes, I
And
agree
I've
with you.
noticed that I have better luck using my phone's system than I do using somebody's Wi-Fi. And I think some of that has to do with when I go places, I'm a guest and I don't get the full bandwidth or I don't get priority to it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know
Makes
if that's
sense.
it. But
Well,
Next time I'll try that.
that's a great tip. Thank you.
Mhm. I had a great challenge in mind for this week when we were driving home listening to Jordan, and now I, for the life of me, can't think of what my challenge was.
I'll keep thinking. We've got some time.
Okay.
Oh, and I keep forgetting what I was going to say next too.
y'all tried these.
Oh my God. Well, I have them
Really
sitting
love
over here. Yeah. The blonde brownies.
Oh my gosh.
I've got a package sitting here.
Oh,
Yeah. And I sent them to somebody and he called me up and said, how can I get more of those? I didn't sponsor him. It's just a long story, but I just sent him a Christmas card with 4 more. Oh, I know what I wanted to say is I've been using the app on my iPad Pro, and there are some things that are a little bit clumsier than being on the computer, but there's something I really love about it, and I haven't noticed this on my phone, and so I don't know if any of you've noticed this, but when I'm sending a campaign, I've been what I've been doing with some of the people that I'm sending my cards to is I'm actually sending them the campaign and then adding them to my holiday list group because I'm doing it kind of piecemeal one-on-one. And I want them in that group so that next year when I look at it, I can go, who did I send to last year? And I can select and make it. Anyway, when I go to send the campaign to the next person, and you bring up the contact, and then up in the top there's a little arrow and it says, send a card or send a campaign. When I hit send campaign, it automatically brings up the last campaign I just sent. It automatically brings my Christmas card up, and all I have to do is hit submit. It's way faster than doing it on the computer.
That's what I'm using. Okay.
And the only thing you got to watch is sometimes I've sent like 2 to the same person because like when you send the campaign, like you said, it leaves it on the screen after you send it. And I'm like, well, did it just send? And I hit it again, and it comes up and calculates points and stuff again. So
yeah, I went through my card history. You scared me just now, but I did. I kept looking at my card history over and over to make sure that it was actually going to the next person. I was double checking. Yeah, you do have to be careful. I sent myself 2 packages of chocolate caramels that time when I told you I figured out how to make the app send me 4 gifts. So, darn, I got 2 packages. I think we'll use those.
It's too bad.
Steve's like deer in the headlights right now. Look at him.
Froze.
You guys see what I see? He's frozen.
He's frozen.
Oh, yeah.
He moved.
Okay, well, you know what? So for today, I thought it'd be fun just to hear from those people who've been out there sponsoring. Any new little tidbits you want to share? I mean, Tracy, you and Sue went to Lincoln, and anything new you want to share? Inspiration?
I got to run.
Well, one thing we learned is that if you want 2 people to show up, you have to invite 6.
That's true. Bye, Rob.
My
We
number
love
used to be
you.
10.
Yeah, I've got to go get my daughter from work.
Okay, we love you.
See you, Rob.
Congrats on your
Bye.
person, Rob.
Thank you.
So the person that we sponsored today, I've actually been working on him for about 3 months. And we met him at a business-to-business expo. He did give me a compliment. He said that I'm the first person that ever came to his booth that he paid for at the expo and sold him something. So I, started out by sending him a card, and then we did a teleconference over Zoom, and then I sent him brownies, and then we met in person, and he was all ready to sign up when he got there today. He knew what he wanted to do. He owns 8 businesses.
Wow.
And he already had 2 people that he said were ready to sign up as soon as he did. And he did everything on his app. He didn't even, I got my computer out and he's going, what are you doing with that?
What is that dinosaur?
And I said, I'm sorry, but I'm still old school, but you go ahead and do what you want. So he did, but I think he's going to be an awesome referral partner, and we'll have to see what happens.
Awesome.
Yeah, he was awesome.
He also belongs to a BNI in Omaha, which is a really big deal for us because we don't have a foot in the door in Omaha.
Mm-hmm. We've
Wow.
been trying to have a foot in the door, but we've not gotten one yet. So we're
Yeah.
excited.
That is exciting. Awesome.
Because literally half of our state's population lives in Omaha.
Yeah.
Literally.
And literally none of it lives here.
There's 5 of us.
Yeah.
Can you guys find out like when their chamber mixers are and stuff and start going?
What?
Can you find out like when their chamber mixers are and stuff and start going to those?
Well, it's 3 hours away from us. And,
Each way.
Yeah, each way. And a lot of chamber events, you have to be a chamber member to go to. And Omaha it's a big city for us anyways, you know. So,
Yeah. I mean, we literally would have to go move there for 3 or 4 days at a time if we wanted to do business there, I think. Unless we can find a distributor who's willing to work that
I
area.
was thinking that too, Steve. Hotel room, yeah. Or yeah, go find that key person. Where can you find that
Yeah.
key person?
well, we actually talked about
we
that
go-
today, is that we would go down there, we would stay the night, then the next morning we would get up and we would go to the BNI and then work in Omaha that day and then drive home. So
Yeah.
we've already put it in the works. We just have to wait for the first of the year. Sue's going out of the country next week and her new distributor's going out of the country after that. So after the
I wanna
first
be
of
on
the
your
year.
team.
What?
I want to be on her team.
Right?
Yeah.
No.
The other thing you could do too is, the prospecting professionals. And I do that quite a bit, like here, and I just call them and I just say, call a realtor, and I just say, hi, this is Tracy Monafort. I live over here on North Bank Road, and I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm actually expanding my business in the local area. And whenever I do that, I talent scout for really sharp, professional, motivated sales professionals. And I saw your listing there on the Humboldt Association of Realtors website. Looks like you're really moving and shaking and doing great things. How's real estate going for you? And they say usually, oh gosh, it's going really good. Usually they say that, because in our area, I think it really is for our area. And then I say, I have a really simple question for you. Do you keep your options open for ways to generate income outside of what you're currently doing in real estate, if it didn't interfere but actually enhanced your real estate business? And they usually laugh and say, how could I say no to that? Or, yeah, what do you have? Or tell me more. And then I say, well, to be respectful of your time, and I know you weren't expecting my call. How about I send you a quick email? I'm going to send you a little video to take a look at, and it's just going to take you a few minutes. How about if I check back with you, a couple days? Could you look at it by tomorrow or whatever? We pick a time, and I send him the Jim McCord video where he's talking about how he, as a real estate professional, uses send-out cards, and then I send them a card with some brownies and call them back. So you could do that. You could target Omaha and say, you're an entrepreneur, business professional, business owner here in Kearney, and you're looking to expand your operations in the Omaha area. And, you're looking for a couple of key people to help you with that expansion. So then when you go over there, you could actually have some sit downs maybe,
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
We've been trying to break into the real estate market in Lincoln, and we haven't been able to get any realtors respond to us in Lincoln. I think if we could get some, and I got a realtor in Holdridge, so maybe I could work through her to get some realtors in Omaha and Lincoln.
You could go to car sales professionals as well. They're also really good candidates for using.
Okay, that's a good idea.
For using
Yeah.
the product and because they like to sell. Yes, Steve, he's raising his hand.
To what Sue was saying about realtors trying to get in, check around, and you may have to check with the chamber. See if your realtors in your county or the next county over have a landlord association. normally anybody can join a landlord association, and realtors are the one that sit on the board or organize that, and they typically have the realtor, attorney, bankers. They're all on that. I'm on that here, and I went to the Remax Realtor open house Christmas thing last night, and I met a few more that are on that. So that's, if you want to get in with realtors, that's a good place to go. And, you know, I think it's like $50 to join here. You don't even have to join. You can just go. But
Well, what if you're not a landlord?
who's to say you're not? I mean, who cares? I mean, you
Yeah.
could be a concerned citizen. I mean, it's a landlord association. I don't think there's a requirement to be a landlord, and you could
Okay.
definitely be a guest the first time. But, you know, little associations and things like that, if you could get on and you just show up every week or every month, and you don't have to be the speaker. You can just show up, and they'll always have a speaker. They'll have the attorney say something and snap his picture, shake his hand, get his business card, and then send him something. Then show up next month, shake their hand, get their business card. And what I have found that has helped my success is just facial recognition. I just keep turning up like a bad penny. And these people across the room, hey, Steve. And I'm like, I can't remember where I met these people at, but I know the realtors. So if that's the niche you look for, you know, go where realtors are going, or, you know, and they're going to these meetings, and they're going to these little association type things, you know. So if you can just keep showing up, you don't have to be the speaker every time. You can just be somebody who wants to learn or wants to associate with them, and just add some value to each person. You know, take a picture. You don't have to pitch your product. You can just use it. You can snap the picture, get the business card, and send it. And that is what got me invited back to speak in front of a larger group. It was just kind of that little process. And it took a while. It took a couple of years.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, we could look into something locally. The problem with Omaha and Lincoln, where all the people are, is that it's such a long drive for us. And it's hard to keep showing up somewhere where you have to drive 6 hours to do it.
Have you looked at the meetup groups to see, and this is just for everybody, look up your meetup groups in Omaha or even locally, maybe some entrepreneur type meetup groups.
We've been doing that in Lincoln, and it has helped. I mean, that's how we've been making the connections we have.
Good. Awesome.
Good.
Tracy, did it come to you yet, the challenge?
I cannot think of what it was. Something that Jordan said. I don't remember what it was. Oh, I know what it was. The call where he had the 18 little things, and he said to pick 3 and work on them for the next 90 days. I was going to suggest everybody that has not yet listened to that call, listen to that call and choose 3 things, post it in WhatsApp.
Okay.
What 3 things you're going to focus on for the next 90 days.
Okay.
And let's encourage each other and keep each other. Cause I know it doesn't work on yours, cause yours is probably different than mine, but I'm pointing at Steve. I know some of my friends, that's funny. Some of my friends, Rob and Steve, have been really focusing on a few things in their lives, and it's making magnificent differences. So it has inspired me to want to make these same kind of differences. So when I was listening to Jordan's call on the ride home from Lincoln today, that's what I was thinking about. Was I was listening to the little tiny small changes he was talking about in his call. And they're very simple, small things, but really if we focus on doing them every day, they will have a tremendous effect on not just our business, but our lives in general. Could be our relationships, could be our health, could be our faith, could be our fitness. Look at that. This man can track anything, let me tell you. He's phenomenal.
It's my day.
That's
Every
his
day.
day. True story.
Fantastic. I love you guys. We have the best team.
Yes, we do.
We do.
Well done.
And I love the challenge. Let's take it on. So we can find that at thecoolbuzz.com.
Coolbuzz.com. One thing. I think it's the call titled One Thing.
It was this last Monday's call.
Last
Right.
Monday. Okay, so that would have been the 12th of December, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
last Monday, December 12th. And
Yeah, we listened to Jordan on the way home.
great. Okay, so let's do that and put it on WhatsApp. And then looking at what's coming up, we've got next week is the 22nd, and I know I'm going to have a house full of family. The week after that is the 29th, and I'm probably still going to have a house full of family, which is a good thing.
Great thing.
So I don't want to say people can't meet here and have a Zoom meeting, but I probably will not participate for the next 2 weeks. How's everybody else feel about that?
I
We'll
say
miss you.
we show up.
You say what?
I say whoever can show up, show up.
Whoever can show up, show up. So somebody has to start the meeting. Tracy, are you going to be showing up?
Yeah, it has to be logged in from Jean's account to be started.
Right.
I will do that. I'm fine to do it the 22nd and the 29th. I go out of town, but not until the 30th.
Okay.
So I know Sue will be out of the country on the 22nd.
And I may or may not be back on the 29th, depending on when we come back from Denver.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And if my
I
family's
will-
off doing stuff, and if they're not sitting around depending on me to put a meal on the table or something, I'll show up too.
Mhm.
yeah, so I will commit to getting both of those started. That's fine.
Awesome, Trace.
Yep.
And I'll be here. And the only reason I threw that out there is let's not take a break is because when you take a break, it's hard to get started again.
That is so true.
And I have found that I've got a morning routine, an evening routine, and some things I do during the day. And now that I do them, I have to have those. And those routines cause me to be more productive. And it's changing me here around the house and stuff. So I want to try to keep the schedule. If you can't make it, I understand, but I'll be here on a blank screen too, and I'll do something during that time.
Awesome. Well,
I'm committed to being a better person every day in every way, and this group is part of me in doing that. So.
I appreciate that. And I allow myself to take some downtime because I work like a maniac
Sure.
all the time pretty much. So
I just feel sorry for all the people who aren't us because we just have such a wonderful life.
we do. We
It's
do.
really good to be us. That's what Sue and I, yeah.
It's good to be us.
Everybody on
What does
here.
that say? Rock star at work. Love it.
I love that.
I do too. Steve, you need to take a picture of that and send it to Vanessa and say,
You want it.
made, but say sock star at work and put them in the gift shop.
Rock star at work. I like that.
Because I would love to send that to
It'd be cute to have a hard
a
hat
team
on.
member of mine. I'm pointing at Sue now.
You know
Yeah.
what? I saw a skit one time. I was taking an improv class, and a woman did her improv wearing a hard hat, and on the hard hat it said "hard-headed woman." You remember that song by Cat Stevens? The hard
Uh-huh.
I thought that was the cutest thing in the world. So that would be fun to have a hard hat on, and then
That would be.
yeah, construction.
Okay, well, I love you all. Listen to Jordan's call. Pick your 3 things, post them in WhatsApp, and I'll see you all next Thursday.
Yay.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Tracy. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I'm never very good at that. Mwah.
Mwah.
Love
guys.
you all.
Thank you all.
Good night, all.
Good night.
Thank you.